I've been muted this whole time. Holy shit. I've been talking. Pretty much, I've just been stressed out because my 3D printers are down. Have been down. This one I'm waiting on a part to come in. I got a notification today. Those parts are coming in. I'm going to replace the whole hot end. I got to adjust my mic. So I haven't been able to use it. I've decided to explore these options with the opening Pokeballs. I finally found something that would fit in the holes and will complete the entire opening function and hold itself together. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what I'm trying to figure it out. And the solution was a toothpick. So now I'm going to explore another option of sales with those. It might be a paired thing, which I'll get into in a minute, but I'm going to need this printer up and running. As for that, the other printer has been waiting for the Overture big rolls, the 3 kilograms. Yeah, I think it's 3 kilograms rolls of white Overture filament. And I had ordered 15. 2 of them came the other day, so I've had a couple spools ready to go. I just finally got around to actually getting to it. Sorry, my cats are fighting over the boxes now. Okay. But I did fuck with it the other day and try to get my Nezuko in a basket printed, and it did not work out. I ended up with the same issue, which it seems, from what I figured out from analyzing and doing a couple of test runs today, took me several hours between leveling and adjusting nodules, running prints, and having them fail. So far, it's working well enough. I might need to change out the hot end on it, or at least clean it out some way. Sorry, I'm looking at this video and it's distracting me. And then we get, let's see. So yeah, I will be printing the parts for these and all its assorted parts, because I have different varieties of this available, and I will be looking into that. As far as production wise, with the color printers, I did manage to get that printer up and running though, by the way. So I'm printing some D&D miniatures. What? Oh, that's right. He's running on his wheel. I'm printing more D&D miniatures. I finally broke some of those pieces apart. I've decided I'm just going to do a giant basket of miniature objects that you can put in a bag that are either functional, non-functional, decorative, whatever. You fill the bag, $8. You know, it's not going to cost me shit. So as far as I am concerned, so these Clippy McGee's that I made that are for your tabletops, you know, these can go in the same bin as the D&D miniatures, which I've been breaking apart today as well. I've been trying to do that kind of just like, I don't know what to do right now. Just clip. There's hundreds of pieces on there, so it can take a minute to break them apart. Some of them have supports that I also have to clean those off. And not really wanting to do that stuff. I've been trying the colored printers running nonstop. For the rest of the month, we are just doing Pokeballs. And I'm doing Pokeballs for the next few days, and then it's going to be nothing but keychains. After that, we're going to bang out a ton of keychains and then work on that setup and everything. I got another shelf put together so we can start laying out the next round of files. And we are looking into Palworld right now as far as figurines and thematics, Pal World and Animal Crossing. I'm going to try and get another artist involved besides my wife, just to kind of get some help, because I need to be focused more on. I find myself focused so much on the printing aspect and managing and organizing that I need other hands doing other stuff. I can't sit here and paint all these things myself. So I have been heavily reliant on my wife to do all that, and because I've been working on. And it's not that I haven't been doing anything other than that. I do have some productions that are going rather smoothly with the Pokeballs, and now I'm just mass producing them while I'm trying to figure out a different problem. Like, okay, I don't know how to fix this now, but I have this, so I can print several more of these or another batch of these, and just fill my inventory. And that's what I'm trying to do. Mass production of the white bottoms and the red tops for the clip Pokeballs that do not open are over on this printer next to this one. And that's all it's printing. It's just those tops. And then I've got this one off to the side that's printing all the various colored framings, the middle parts of the Pokeballs, you know, how it's black and has the button in there. So it's printing frames and buttons. And it's only printing 8 at a time. Currently, it's messing up at least one every time. So I might have to redo this file and get it underway. But I keep finding myself like, I need this color. I need this color. I need this color. Let me go ahead and get these. Because now I'm also going to be working on a Premier Ball as a secondary ball for the $2 balls. Because it's just clip and go. It doesn't cost me any extra money. So it's literally the same cost as a red and a white one. I even thought about doing custom balls with like a black top or a green top, because those are actual Pokeballs. Hi, T'Pol. You never come over here. You guys might get to meet T'Pol. Hey, baby. If I can talk to her. T'Pol. She's climbing on all my boxes of filament. I knew one of them would. I just didn't think it would be her first. Mommy inside Zoom. T'Pol. You're okay, T'Pol. Hi, Trip. You're a good boy. So mass production for Pokeballs is going here. I do have a certain quota I want to meet on the red top balls. I want to fill this whole box, and then probably have another smaller box of the Premier Balls. Have Trip is on the desk. Go, Trip, lay down. Go peep now. So yeah, things have been producing. I've spent a lot of time with the graphics involved with modifying these files so that they actually do what I want them to do. And I'm running into an issue which I did not have prior to till now. It seems pretty regular, and I don't know how to fix it. I have an idea of how to fix it, but I haven't executed. That I just thought of shortly after the last time I was dealing with it. But I think it has something to do with Tinkercad. I'm gonna pull it up here. That's what I'm trying to do. I've got so much shit in here that it may not be saving the files properly. That is a factor. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, at least 10 different balls in here. And there's dozens of these frames, dozens of these, and dozens of these, and dozens of those. So I'm thinking when the file is being saved, it's somehow being corrupted to some degree as far as how these files are being layered into each other. You're exactly where I would expect you to go, Trip. Peep nap, no peep sleep. Trip, go peep sleep. Yeah. You can be there. You're okay. I wouldn't recommend jumping on that. Oh, Jesus. Oh, you're gonna. I swear if you break that, I'm gonna be so mad. Anyway, when it saves and I get these files coming in, and it really wasn't an issue until I hit this ball right here, which is the bottom of the dream ball. And after I had done all of the cutting and modifying of this file or this shape, I get this. This is what we're printing now, by the way. Different Pokeballs. Where is it? Is it the love ball? I don't think it's the love ball. It's not the love ball. It's not Master Ball. It's trying to remember where I saved it, and I'm hoping I actually saved it. We can try this. Hoping this works. Heal ball. This is not it. Trip. What? Yeah. You're a good boy. Are we sure this isn't it? Yeah, this is it. Trip, your butt is a problem. You have to be right there, buddy. So yeah, this is the different varieties that I have going on right now. These are the opening, the ones that open, and these are the ones that are just caps. it's not really organized in any way. Some of them are pieced together. That's the top of the drink ball. But if I sit here and open up another tray and bring in, you like being right there, don't you, buddy? Let's say this one, because I have the same problem on this one. And it doesn't show up. Like, I mean, it looks like a clean file. Like all around, this is a clean file. But if I slice it, I printed an entire batch of balls, an entire batch, and it had this shit on it. Looks like poop. Didn't notice it at all. So now my timer ball that I have, something is wrong with the file. So the ones that I have that I've already printed successfully, something happened to the file. I don't know what's going on because I can't get it to not do this. And to make it not do that, I'm not sure 100% what to do. It would take a lot of coordination that leads me into, I don't feel like doing this right now. And I'm just going to focus on a different problem. Because, I mean, this is a lot of balls. It's a lot of a lot of tops that are working successfully. We did get the idea of taking minis of Pokemon, printing them, and then putting them inside these balls, and then shrink wrapping them, with them inside, and then you get to buy the ball. You don't know what's in. It's random. Boom, Bulbasaur. So since we're moving into Pal World, hang on, my wife is calling. Hello?
Yeah.
Hey.
Stopping at McDonald's. Do you want anything?
No, I already ate.
Okay. All right, I'll be home in a little bit.
Can you stop at the gas station though and
What do you need?
Give me a Monster Energy drink?
The teal one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I love you.
Love you too. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Anyway, this is a lot of different varieties of balls. So a lot of people will want the basics. They'll want an Ultra Ball. They'll want a Great Ball. I don't know about how popular any of the other ones are, really. They'll have these options like this one, which look, I got to be honest, these look, when they're completed and put together, they look amazing. Like the quality, even though I'm using really low quality filament. I mean, look at the price of this. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? You look at the price of these things. I've been running. Stop doing that. Stop. I want you to stop. Stop. Are you hitting a button? I love you. Let's see. $6.26. Divided by 8. I like to try to do this in my head before I can do it. But I've lost that ability, and it's useless. I just 6.26 divided by 8. 78 cents a piece plus the frame. Oh, I left the TV on. You didn't move at all. That means it's food related. Because you're not going to move from your most annoying spot. So yeah, 78 cents a piece. We're looking at $1.50, $1.60, $1.75 per ball. So as far as price range goes, I don't really want to go too high. I just want to cover my costs and make the price appealing to sell, because it's not actually $6.26 that I'm paying to make this. If in all actuality to make this one, it's $12.99. But I do that to cover cost of waste. It's $3.54 divided by 8. So they cost me less than I would say less than $1, because I'm using cheap filament on the inner parts too, except for some of them. And even then, there's still the frames and a shell, which I'm not. If it has a shell, one of the white shells, they don't cost me anything. This whole ball between the two of them. Less than $1, I think. Because the frames are on a cheap filament. This one's on an expensive filament, so that one's actually $30 per spool. So, but I still think it only costs like 7 cents. They're cheap. Actually, I think it's 3 cents in filament. Either way, it's nothing. It's practically nothing. So I'm getting my money back on that. So if I set them at a dollar price to make, selling them for $5 is fair. But for the two, that's for the 2 shell. I would actually like to see maybe $8, because these things like the Ultra Balls, which have the white bottom. I'm trying to go to the other one. This is why I'm glad I got my primary colors and paid all that money to get them in bulk, to get these primary colors: black, yellow, pink, red, blue, just these basic colors, because I was going to want to print a lot of things in bulk. So $3.59 to print this whole thing. You're fine. So $3.59 divided by 8 is 45 cents. Plus, I think it's 13 cents. So 60 cents a piece. If I sell these for $5, which I think I can sell these for $5, cool. They don't open. They're just for display. You don't really want to do anything. They just look kind of nice. You don't want them to be functional. Cool. $5. Now the plain red and white ones that don't open only cost me 13 cents. And that's not even an accurate number. It actually costs less than that. But I don't get a lot. There's several that don't come out completed. Usually I break a few in the process, or the quality isn't good enough on some of the prints, or maybe even the seam is in a bad place, so it may not sell. It's whatever. That's why there's a lot of them. You can pick out the best. I'm gonna get my money back as soon as you buy one. Honestly, I think if I sold 5, I'd pay for the whole batch in filament, I should say. As far as the damage it's done to my machines, learning the process, these 2 old Cobras seem to be handling the bad filament very well. So I'm just going to make sure that they do that. And these guys are more focused on bigger things. So prop season is coming. I'm going to say at least by April, we should see a big influx in just making prop items. And that'll be a main focus. And then I might streamline the process of printing on the multicolor to my wife. She won't keep it efficient, so I'll just be in charge of the printing process. But I myself will be focusing on props. She'll be focusing on managing the Pal World and Animal Crossing. So she'll get a chunk of money for that. Oh. And if she wants to get another artist involved, which I do want another artist involved because I want these paintings to be good. I don't want to have to cram them out. And I'll make the decisions as to how to print them and what we can sell with them or how we're going to sell them. But I do believe if we stick with the Pokemon brand, because that's another one that's going to have to, I think if we stick to one theme, we can grab every Pokemon lover, not just. Do you want to get off that box? You got a nice comfy seat up there I made for you, and you want to sit right there where you can break stuff. I think that's what you want to do. So the profit margin is there. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about the cost of the booth because the cost for the booth regularly is going to be pretty cheap. And I estimate I'll probably walk away with a couple $100 at a minimum at least this monthly event. How much of that is profit? We'll see. I think that's going to be a matter of how I sell these items. And that's I need customers to come back. I need a reason for customers to come back. So limited edition prints only available for so long, you know. Trip stop. Come in these. You know. You get the ball, you get the mini. You can buy the mini outright, but it's going to cost you $8, or it may only be available in these. Some of these Pokemon may only be available in these. You know, you want the whole set, you got to buy the ball. The ball is random. That it works. People do those things. They like it. They might just, even if they just buy one, you know, they'll buy 2 or 3 more, maybe to complete the set, or an attempt to complete the set. And when they get 2 of the same, they'll get pissed. So I have to do it in a way where maybe chances are they're not going to get 2 of the same. So limited edition prints. I could do a feature of the month. You know, it's now in the stack. So every time they come back, there's new balls. There's new Pokemon to get. You know, their chances of getting a new one have gone up. So as long as I can keep the production of these balls and the minis underway, which really isn't that hard, I'll just need however many minis I can fit on a tray. That's how many balls I'll need. And if I do 2 or 3 a month, I think that'd be enough to get people to come back every month to buy 2 or 3. So I get 20 people that come faithfully and spend $8. You know, that's most of the cover. That's more that covers the cost of the booth and the filament cost. So by just having 20 sales, which I think 20 sales in a weekend is actually pretty simple. 20 simple sales. I'm not even counting the bigger, heavier stuff like the big statues for their house, things like that. $5 for these. They only cost me 60 cents. It's a good price. $8 for these sets with the 2 shell. I just got to make sure the ones I have come out good. And I might have to spend, I'm going to have to eventually finish that problem or fix that problem because I don't have all of them. I don't have all 16 available that I was going to try to print. Actually, I think it was like 17 or 18. Of those 18, we'll say, I think 8 of them are double shelled. And then 10 of them have the white bottom. I have most of the white bottom done, so obviously they're easier to do. Some of them I only have to do 1 shell, and some of the double ones I only have to do 1 shell. So like the one I showed with that error, with the goopy drip error on it, I only had to do that one, and I had to print it twice, like the Beast Ball. So the Beast Ball comes, I can print 8 tops, and that makes me 4 of them. So, and it takes 20 hours to print those fuckers. So I did manage to work in the settings and the flushing volumes, which is a calculation that they utilize in. Oh, that explains it. Let's do 0.6 next time. Even that's bad. You know what? They came out fine. They came out okay. So until I can fix that problem, I'm stuck with this variety that I can print, and I can't print any more of the timer balls. But I don't think the timer balls are going to be very popular unless somebody wants a whole set, in which case I'm going to have to figure out something if demand goes up. So right now, this is more of a test for demand of what people want and to see how many people are interested in more. I don't want to print all of them because not all of them are going to sell. Not everybody wants that one. I am going to make the interesting ones to appeal to new customers and then update the library at least once a month so we can expand. Trip. Good boy. But as far as the color printers have been going, I've been experiencing a lot of issues with the cheaper filament to some degree, but only when it comes to adhesion, which is the first layer touching the build plate, which can usually be resolved with glue. Change some temperatures, but this I've learned that this filament and this brand is very sensitive to color change or temperature changes. So I knew the problem could only be resolved by maintaining a certain temperature on both the hotbed and the hot end. which I did figure out where those numbers are, the happy numbers. A layer of glue, and if I slow down the print speed to 50% for the first couple layers, doesn't matter what filament I'm using, it adheres, and I haven't had any problems since. So I spent several days, solid full days, trying to resolve the issue of why can't I get all 8 of these shells to print? Or why can't I get this to adhere? Things like that. I think I printed it was the heavy balls. I started off with 8. I learned how to skip failed objects. Went ahead and just let the prints finished. Looked like I was only going to lose 2 or 3 of them. And I think I canceled those 3. I know I at least canceled 2 of them. And out of the 8, only 2 of them were up to quality. One of them looked like a layer shift issue, probably because it didn't adhere right or wasn't sitting right on the plate for several layers, and it just kind of warped it. And another one had an issue with adhesion in the first couple of layers, and I couldn't see it because it was behind another object. So that was useless. So yeah, only 2 of them out of 8, which it's not cost effective. I can't have that happening, because I tried to minimize the amount of filament loss by canceling objects that wouldn't adhere, which is the problem we've been having with our keychains. But with keychains, we're not losing a whole lot anyway, so fuck it. So if we lose 5 or even 6 keychains, it's not going to matter. So we didn't really think it was that much of an issue. But when I got to this point where heavy balls were coming out 2 out of 8, I was like, I gotta solve this. And I decided that this articulated Pokeball, actually not this one, but it was the Haunter Ball that I was dedicated to getting printed. And that's what's printing right now. You're a good boy, Trip. I wanted to get all the Ghastly, Gengar, and all of them printed up. So I'm working on those parts now. That way people can see the whole set, see what's up, and see the different varieties of functional balls. What are you doing, buddy? Trip, go peep sleep. Trip, go peep sleep. Yeah. Mommy inside soon. Trip, go peep sleep. Trip, go peep sleep. Mommy inside. You want me to pet you? You're a good boy. You're a good boy. So yeah, I made it a personal mission and figured out some additional controls. I have to manually do the speed change every time I put the stuff on the printer, and that's only if I'm using non Bamboo Lab colors. So pretty much all the time. So it definitely needs to be babysat. I'm definitely going to have to be in charge of it. And we have so much inventory now that I have to be the one managing it in order to get it done. Or else we're not going to have any final product. So I need, if my wife can step in and do that part and get somebody else involved, we'll go from there. But I found a couple of files today. I found a batch of files as well. A couple of files were for a Palsphere, and another one was a Palsphere with a stand. The first Palsphere was an opening, functioning. You're a good boy. Functioning Palsphere, and the other one had the stand but didn't open. So I have a display sphere and functional sphere, as well as a sphere stand for all of them. So I'll be utilizing all those to the best of my abilities. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. And that one can be a rarity case as well. You know, regular balls, the blue balls will have a Chickapee, a Meowlet. You are. You need a brushing. That's Paul. I almost didn't see you there. Paul's here with us. You're just missing Cloud, unless he's sleeping in the corner, which I can't see it right now. So yeah, we'll have functioning opening Power Worlds or Pal Spheres, which I have a feeling are going to be very popular this year. So we can take those to Comic Cons, and boom. You know, I feel like late year or shit. We'd probably take just those and do pretty well. We'll probably sell out. There's a lot of things that people have a problem with when they go to these cons is finding something affordable, you know. And I'm sure it's because these cons are very expensive to get a booth or whatever. Maybe a shave. That's been what I've been doing, just dealing with errors and failed prints and just fixing everything. The life of a 3D printer. So at least I'm smart enough to solve all these problems, but I will say it is mentally stressful trying to do all this and trying to make it better. What do you want? What do you want, Troop? It's about peep food? No. It's not about peep food. No. Mommy inside soon. So you may be wondering why I'm talking about 3D printing and stuff, and I have Helldivers 2 labeled up on here. I want to play Helldivers 2 so bad. I am trying to piece together a party that will play with me. A friend of mine's boyfriend wants to play, so maybe we can get her involved as well. And And I can probably convince at least one of either my wife or my friend Austin to play. But Austin is going to be more of a money issue. Although maybe not. He might be willing to spend it. So look forward to some Helldivers in the future. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out too. I'm going to have to broadcast that on the PlayStation, so you'll not get to see my beautiful face. And I will be exclusively playing that for a very good amount of time. Because I have a feeling that this version of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I did a video not replying, but in response to Asmongold TV's response to it. So we'll see. He hasn't broadcasted him playing the demo yet, so I don't know what he really thinks or if he even knows how to play. He wants food. But I will be playing that as well. So Helldivers will be an eventual yes, I believe. I can convince some people to play. But Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is definitely going to happen. But I have to pee. I'm going to leave. This is it. My wife will be home in like 15 minutes. Bye.